Hey, I'm KevKev. Welcome back to MXGP 2019 as we're at Mantova in Italy for round 5 of the season. Got underway on the outside. Just about sneak by. Got to really get pushed towards the wall. But we do manage to get into the top 5. There's also someone very wide in front. As we try and get past Jacobi. And Olsen as well, getting past us. As the leader gets a bit of a getaway. There's a bit tight in this middle section. So we had a good run. Last couple of rounds, maybe not in Italy last time out, but in the Netherlands, it was pretty nice. So if in the 2 rounds we do this episode, we can get back into that top 10 in the championship. So I remember this part. The up and down section. Especially remember that inside corner there. But yeah, this is where we lose a huge amount of time, I remember previously. Doesn't seem like it's this bad in 2019, no? I remember in Pro, it was terrible the time we lost in that section. We're doing well here, and I remember this last section being pretty fun. It's a bit more... One thing I really do notice is that undulation seems to be a bit more in this. Oh, down. Okay. Who's that pushing us wide? Try and give the huge send, didn't quite work out. But this section is where we seem to gain as we're back up to SIP. Trying to get back into the top 5 though. That's where we need to be in every race now this season. We want even an outside chance of winning the title. Let's get back ahead of Jacobi. Back up to 4th. Right, turn, go. Why are you waiting for him? What the hell? Bit of a strange decision. Where we are back into 4th. First is way away. We could maybe catch up to 3rd and 2nd. And now Olsen is quite way ahead of us. But man, it's so weird playing this after playing Supercross 3. Like Supercross 3 actually has better physics, I believe. Especially when you don't fall like that in Supercross 3. Like, it has faults, but you don't just fall down for no reason like that. Like, I have no idea why we're down there. There's Goretz. Getting away. And see a bit of a wider line there. Let's head towards the first corner. Try and get back into the top 5. Oh, great run. Right in front goes wide as well. Just hit the bank on the inside, but still a good run over the jumps. Do a little whip. Haven't really done that a lot. Like, we can actually afford to do that in this game rather than Supercross 3. Well, at least it's... Well, it's more canned, but... For someone who's not that good at these games like me, it's actually a bit easier to do it. As Prado in front, having a good race for once, the Spaniards. There's KTM. If there's someone who's going to be very exciting to see in MXGP, it's going to be Prado. Like, he's... Like, you've seen Spanish phenoms in, say, MotoGP recently, especially. And now they've got one on the dirt as well. And Prado. Very exciting to see what he can do. Okay, KTM at the top level. And he's still only, what, 20? He's barely... Or he's still a teenager, like, he's incredibly young. Let's go on to the final lap. As all, he's getting away slightly. Trying to use the rear brake to get the bike turned a bit, but it's not really working. As Olsen and Spaniard really battling hard over second and third. That's all. This Mantova circuit, not as bad as I remember. That's all. They take the outside line, we take the whoops section. Or the rhythm section on the inside. Maybe something to think about for the second race. You can see we're trying to use a bit of the rear brake as well. Get turning. Lucky this circuit. It's not like the other Italian circuit where it's a hard top. This is a bit softer. A bit like the Netherlands, so you can actually ride the bike a bit more naturally for us. With the rear end sliding a bit. God, we're not really catching up, are we? Thought we'd be a bit closer. Oh, they're actually catching in this section now. Fortunately, too little too late though. As just about going over the finish line jump will be the Belgium to win. Superb ride from the flag. But we get a top 5. We'll take that. So Yamaha won by 1.5 seconds ahead of Olsen. Then we've got the Spaniards. We ran out of top 5 ahead of Steri. And then we've got the Italian. So Jacobi down to 9th in the end. The German really did fall that race. And Vassar ran out of the top 10. So let's try and keep it upright and try and get on the podium. That's what cost us in that previous race. Much better start. Still crowded out. So what is everyone doing in front? Come on, go. Well, we haven't made up too many places, unfortunately. We are in the top 10 though, up to 8th. But man, I wanted to make much more than that. Thanks for pushing us wide, Adam. Not really helping either of us. It's good foot strength there. Not quite though to grab 4th. We're on the top 5 again. It's battling with the Spaniard. Can we block past him? Try and go over the massive jump. Got the inside line. And we do our 4th. Okay. That'll work on the top 3. I think we found that because that's a bit of a hard pack corner, that is, compared to the rest. So the line we took was actually pretty tough compared to the rest of the surface. We're chasing down this top 3. See, that's how you meant to take the final corner, with confidence. Which we didn't really do on that first race. As we're catching up to the podium. Can't get the bike to turn though. Should we take this rider line? Doesn't seem to have really worked. There's a run the arse off third though. Top two are getting away, unfortunately. That's the issue. As apparently we're chasing ourselves. That's good to know, game. As we're pulling away from the Spaniard, thankfully. Did not go off track. Losing some time to first three now. Sloppy lap this. Justin and we need to push on it a bit. Not really doing that. Oh, still pulling away from the Spaniard though. As we've got 2 laps then to grab a podium. Oh, that rear brake really worked a treat there. Oh, he's gone wide in front. That was better run. As the top 2 are getting very close as well as we catch up to... No! Go! Just go! As we were catching up to third. No! As we try and go down the inside of Olsen. Grab back 5th, but man, we've let this round slip away. We should be on the podium in both races, but poor mistakes. Just being too aggressive with the power. And this is where these are very different from Supercross 3. Like that maybe would have been more gradual fall than what we saw. With the physics the way it is in there. Compare what they are into this. Where the back end just whips round and snaps on you. Like we're used to from milestone games, to be honest. Let's go on to the final lap, chasing down the Spaniard 4-4 for badly needed 4th as well, points-wise. That's the problem with these short races that we have. I can't make mistakes. Like, we can't afford to be making silly mistakes like we have done around it. It's cost us a bunch of points. So that's a good block pass. As all second and third are getting close together. And I can just full belt it over these rhythm sections as well. It's something you can't really do in Supercross 3. Or you can, but you have to get the weight right. Not as much a consideration in this game in comparison. So once again we're chasing ourselves in 4th. But at least we've got a couple of top 5s from here in Italy. And like last time, that's the main thing, you can say. As we really are closing up the second and third. Portugal going to run out of time, aren't we? As who won this time? Oh, it's the Belgium again with a double and the overall victory. As once again, just miss out on the podium. So after 4 laps, the Belgium wins again. ElusiveKev and Italian. We're in 4th. Ahead of the Spaniard. Olsen down in 6th. Prado in 7th. Then we've got the American. A couple of Frenchmen out the top 10 with Maxine. Vasson in the Haas. He must have fallen down then. So overall, the Belgium cruise to victory. We're in 4th. As we've got Olsen in 2nd. And we've got Ika in 3rd. Guppy up to 5th, as in its sight. Prado dropped down to 7th in the end, behind the home hero. It's got Mitchell Evans ran out the top 10. Gustavo in last. So Olsen leads the way by 38 points, massive lead for the Dane ahead of Tom. And then we got Grant up to 3rd ahead of Watson after his maximum weekend. Didn't even see Watson, did we? Got Prado in 5th ahead of Henry, and we've got Sterry down to 7th. Michele, we're in 10th now. Just 2 points of Mitchell. And a 19-point gap to Osland. God, we didn't even hear about him, did we? And Ika up to 12, up 12 places. Up 9 places, the American. As in Nick Syke, out 39 riders, 31 have scored points now. So it's on to next round. As welcome to Portugal. I've got to do it for Italy, didn't I? So we are on the red dirt, it kind of looks like, on the outside. As we get going, decent start. Oh, great start! Look at the banking we can use. As we get into the lead. Awesome start. Good thing I know the track then. As I'm sure we'll figure it out. So we've got, oh, what the hell is that on the inside? We've got Olsen and Evans behind, battling hard. So we get a hit. Oh, here comes the Frenchman as well, the battle. Just keep the throttle in. That's like going back down. It's not bad. Nice jump. I guess we've got to avoid all these jumps, which we're just about doing. There's all got a bit of a rhythm section. Oh no, I did not want it. God, I got them everywhere. They're like landmines for us to avoid. Almost too wide there. Just about hold on as you go past our crew members. They must be as shocked as I am, seeing that we're leading. So that's the final corner. Pretty long that round it. Oh yeah, leading the way. So again, it's just going to be another 4-lapper probably. It's all a little bit wide there. And we've got the tight left. I think I actually remember this circuit. This is actually one of the best circuits on Pro, if I remember, because of how wide open, fast and flowing it was. I was all lucky there to stay upright. There's Evans down in 2nd. Not so lucky. God, we're battling him on track end in the championship as well. On both fronts, it seemed like we were. But that might give us some breathing room from riders behind then. To make a stupid mistake. Don't need to push so hard now. Just need to keep this thing upright. That's one thing you learn from Mantova, keep it upright. So go. Accelerate. Keeping the bumps. Downhill, take the wide line. Avoid whatever that is. On the inside is. Oh, hello, the speed's back. Osmond battling with the overall winner from last time out in Italy. As apparently we're leading ahead of no one. No one who can't hear any bikes were hiding in if we're racing no one. There we go, 1 minute 45 of that. Fast, long, hard circuit as well. Feels like we need to keep it in third everywhere, just so we don't be weaving out of these corners. Getting down that right. Yeah, this is great fun. Seems like we've got a pace advantage as well. Like Mantova, we were right on the pace, but with our mistakes, you know, we couldn't get the results. Here, it looks like we can maybe make mistakes because we've got... I don't know how much faster we are, but as I don't really hear anyone behind us. It's just a Sunday ride for us. Absolutely loving it round here. Just got to watch out for that section. We're landing it a bit too hard. The first spot. There's everyone else. Must have like a second gap to them. If we can see them when we're going downhill and they're going up. After, what is this, the third lap, isn't it? There we go, avoid that bump on the inside. Now we've got to avoid the one on the inside here. Keep on the power. But be careful of bogging down by just keeping it in third everywhere. So we've just got one more lap to go for another victory. A rare taste of champagne this season. We're a third of the way through the season as well now. Now that we do 2 rounds per episode, it's gonna fly by. Tempted to even do the MXGP series if we do well in 2 here. Because even though I prefer to hand it in Supercross 3, this is just a bit more fun. Like, this feels like an improvement on Pro. Like, that's that fun element from 3 where, again, not the most realistic, but you can have a good time with it. I feel like we're having a good time with this, even though we're being a bit up and down with our form, shall we say. And after the frustrations of Supercross 3, it's a nice change, shall we say, riding this, or playing this. As Rut Rider, making a name for themselves in the world stage, or mostly in Europe. Oh, gonna clip the bank. Keep it going though. Again, head to the outside. Keep it turned through the left. Crowd going very enthusiastic, the crowd. Some of them have got their arms permanently in the air. That's how enthusiastic they are. I'm not sure if the organisers have just glued them in position for them, but we'll find out in the second race as across the line and victory. Beautiful ride. So you won by almost 4 seconds ahead of Henry. Gears in third for the Yamaha. Kawasaki won 2 as well. We've got Prado, Olsen, News, Olsen down in 7th. Championship lead, and then Watson. So we've gained 11 points back on Olsen. And then we've got Morgan, Mitchell, Evans in 11th. That's good news. Sterry down in 14th. We've got Davey in last. So we are revving up in the second race. Looking for the double, looking for the overall victory as the gates drop. Pretty poor start, to be honest. We'll try and hold the outside line. Try and get towards the lead. Oh, they really opened that up, didn't they? As Olsen down the inside as we get into third, do we? Get into second as Olsen down behind. As we do take the lead. As well, that's a bit too much sliding. Like, you ride with the rear in this, but there's a bit too much Soko drift. There we go, that's better. See, the apex. That's how you take that. Really off the power there. It's through the whip section. I don't really even need to use wider rate through here. Like, that's a big thing in Supercross 3, but in this, don't really need to use wider rate over the ribbon sections, or at all really. Just like the brake, don't really need to use that. Just need to steer and accelerate properly. So ahead of, well, the Frenchman at least, I saw. Not sure who was second. We have to keep an eye on that as they go across the line. On to the second lap. Oh, they won't tell us at all. Okay, that's very nice of you. I can see why people like this game. It is much more fun than Pro ever was. Bit more like 3. Bit better with the visuals as well, with the ruts and everything, but again it's a bit cosmetic like Pro. I remember that being a big selling point for 3, like the ruts and everything, because they had track deformation. They had red as well for the first time, if I remember right, because it's the first milestone game on the Unreal Engine, I believe. Was MXGP 3, and now they do all of their games on that engine. And that's after doing all the games on their own engine, milestone, which was not the best engine. One of the worst optimized engines ever for like frame rate and general game performance as well, from what I remember. And terrible with ports. Now ports are okay for like PC. They always make the games for consoles a bit more casual, should we say. They're trying to get that bigger audience. Milestone as that's right on the edge. But yeah, now they're pretty good on BC milestone games. Good options as well, like especially for graphics options, like good choice most of the time. It's on to the penultimate lap, 2 laps to go. Got a good lead over Watson in second. Hello, Ben. And then you got Bele, so you say, in third. Frenchman. Oh, massive jump. We could maybe afford to whip it over that. If we get a good exit like that. As he's still got Marshall standing on boxes on the inside of corners, it looks like. Oh, this track is good fun. Really high, it's the fun factor as well. It's all Watson down. I don't know why he's waving his yellow flag. Watson's behind us, mate. No, I can't really hear him as well. I think he's maybe a couple seconds back too. Soft landing, get on the power, get that late exit. See the chasing pack behind. Do like that little animation with the leg kick as well, out of corners. Something they have in Supercross 3 as well, which they've brought across from this game. Just a nice little detail. But yeah, it's definitely I still prefer MXGP 3 because that was just hilarious fun. Oh yeah, this could be right up there. I liked MXGP 2 as well. Never played the first one. I maybe got to go back and do that. I've got it for PC now, so probably worth doing that. It's on to the final lap. Oh yeah, this is almost on par with 3. I remember 3 being a horrendous online, so if people are still doing it, I might have to check that out. No. Could see that happening a mile off and they still couldn't avoid it. As now we've got to work for it a bit. As we always do. Always got to make it slightly difficult for ourselves. First race was an anomaly. So we've got the Belgian behind us. Looking for another victory, 3 and 4. Really put him in the chasing pack behind Olsen then. once again, today not looking like he's going to be on the podium. So good weekend for the chasing pack. Ben Watson on the podium, the Brit. Good to see. Even we've had our issues with him in previous races. Let's go over this rim section. So he was right on our tail there after the right-hander, but can put out maybe half a second to a second in that section. And we should be comfortable the rest of the way then. As we go past our crew, and flip the bird to them, showing that we're number one once again. And our first overall victory this season. First double as well, I think. Actually, no, is it our first overall? Did we do it in the Netherlands? Can't remember now. Got a memory shot. So 2.5 seconds ahead of Belgium. Then Watson in third on another Yamaha. The KTM off the Frenchman in fourth in the end by just 2/10 off the podium. Stay rounds out the top five in this Kawasaki head of Jacobi. Then we've got Prado. And then it's like we've got the Dutchman round at the top 10. Where's Evans? 14th Evans in the end. So we got Hardy in last, the Estonian. So there we are, the maximum 50. 8 points ahead of Belgium and 13 ahead of Jacobi. Where's Olsen? Only 23 points for the Husqvarna rider, down in 9th. Just ahead of the Italian and Osland. Got Ben Watson in 4th, Prod around at the top 5. So in the championship, Olsen still leads with 2 victories, but the gap's now down to less on a race win. We're a third of the way through the season, and it's 21 points the gap. As the Belgium up to second ahead of the Frenchman. Watson in 4th, Prado in 5th, but we've gained massively with our second victory of the season. We're 6th. So it is our second overall then. That's about 4 places. It's only 60 points behind Olsen as well. That's just over 2 race wins back. So we're charging now, and with Lee Kawasaki ahead of Jacobi and Sterry. And we've got Evans down to 10th, Osland in 11th. Got Eka around at the top 20. Who else has moved? So got Morgan up 7 places. Got Nathaniel up 4 places as well on his Yamaha. That's now 32 rider score points so far this season. So not bad at all. As next up we head to the Netherlands. Not the Netherlands. To France, shall we say. As he got another double. And once again we're just hopping on, doing the races and trying to get the overall and double victories as just like we did in Portugal. But thanks for watching, and we'll see how we do next time.